Corporation for Public Broadcasting is closing. These are your daily Tacks. On Friday, the CPB announced that it would take steps towards its own closure. This comes after its funding was pulled by the federal government following DOGE cuts. Over the last 6 decades, the CPB became known for its educational content, awareness of local cultures, and emergency alerts. It helps fund both PBS and NPR and contributes to over 1,500 localized radio stations throughout the country. Democratic members of the Senate Appropriations Committee tried to put funding back forth in a new measure. Senator Tammy Baldwin out of Wisconsin authored an amendment to restore funding to the CPB through the next year. She later rescinded it. President Trump has called the CPB a, quote, monstrosity, claiming that it displays an extreme liberal bias and that the content it produces is un-American. It's important to note that the CPB has helped produce some of the most iconic television and radio programs in American history, including Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers. Without the CPB, it's estimated that 70% of all funding that contributes towards NPR and PBS stations around the nation will be lost. And with that, the cornerstones of American ideologies in rural areas. Because public broadcasting is just that, public. It's where the people can come forward and pitch their ideas and be given a space to talk to their own communities. And until recently, it's been a safe haven for people to voice said ideologies. Regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, these places have existed as a means for us to communicate with one another. A place beyond the purview of corporate interest. And yes, there is irony in the CPB being a corporation in and of itself, but that's just a moniker. What matters is that this is an American cornerstone that's being done away with, all at the whims, it seems, of a president who doesn't like it. And to be perfectly fair to the reality, yes, NPR and PBS do lean leftist. But that doesn't mean that they don't hold space for everyone who wants to contribute. They are modalities of the zeitgeist that we hold with ourselves. Reflections of our social contract. And without them, we're going to have a much more difficult time writing our story as a nation ahead of us. PBS and NPR have both come forward and asked for donations in the wake of the fact that their funding is going to be cut. So if you're looking for a write-off of sorts this year, I encourage you to go and support them. Because without funding, these vestiges of America, this trueness that they've established for themselves over the past 6 decades, will surely and slowly begin to fade. We'll keep you updated as the situation develops here on Daily Tacks.